Hello everybody, welcome back to Roadcraft. So we are back in Sojourn. So let's go ahead and let's get started. So first thing I need to do is we're gonna go ahead and get the scout back to garage, get it refueled, and we're heading to the other side of the river for a little exploration. Alright, we are arriving at the garage. You can head on over here and hit the fuel station. Go ahead and get our vehicle topped off and keep on going where we need to go. Alright, so let's take a look at what we have available to do here. We've got one side objective to explore some areas over here. That is up on top of these cliffs. I don't quite know how to get up to these cliffs yet. There appears to be some kind of trail up here, but I'm not sure where that entrance is, unless it's like over in this area somewhere, kind of up here. I'm not quite sure on that one yet. We'll have to do some exploration on that one just to figure that one out. Actually, it looks like we can probably get up over here. You know, we could give that a go. We can give this a try. Try to get up this over to here. Maybe we can get up this. There's a lot of rocks in the way, though. I think I'll save that one for later. So we need to set up a base at the harbor. We have to drive a vehicle over to here. From here, we got a vehicle here that we have to take. It is a semi-trailer tanker, so we're not going to do that one just yet. Instead, we're going to go ahead and drive along the coast. So we're going to go across the bridge here and just go drive along the coast, explore the area, figure out where we got to go. Once we get that figured out, then we can consider taking a semi-trailer over there. So that's what we're going to do first. We're going to go ahead and just go do some exploration on the other side of the river here. How in the world? Oh my god. How does this happen? What in the world? I don't even understand. What? Come on. What in the world? How is this even possible? I'm so confused right now. I guess we're just gonna shimmy. We are kind of making some progress, but I am just very confused. I don't know how this is even possible. I like hit the rail and it just turned the vehicle sideways. Like just perfectly. I may not be able to get the vehicle turned around, but at least we're kind of getting off the bridge here. This is not the start to this adventure that I had planned, but I don't really have any other option other than doing this right now. There we go. Okay. Crisis averted, somehow. Anyway, let's continue on with what we were trying to do. Which is, we need to get to the other side and do some exploration. I am now, at this point, concerned about fuel that I just burned. But I think we'll be okay. Alright, now we can actually proceed with some progress today. So, let's head on over to the other side of this bridge and see what we got awaiting us over here. We do have a left or right decision. All of our objectives are down to the right, so we're just going to follow the right road. And hopefully it is the right road that will take us to our objectives. Kind of just follow this down. Looks like shouldn't have any troubles with that fuel tanker semi through here. Yeah, we should be okay. I actually might be able to just go bring that through here. Because even the sandy areas here are pretty densely packed. Light sand, not really anything that's going to affect the handling of the vehicle getting stuck in it. At least getting down to this way. Alright, that's going to bring us to the port. Alright. Where do we have to go now? It looks like we got to take this road here. So let's go ahead and just throw a marker down. Right there. Perfect, we can head up this way. Got some oil drilling equipment, that's kind of cool. Okay, that is where the truck has to go. That is perfectly easy to do here, so... Alright, that is going to get us into here. And we hit this waypoint, that'll finish up our exploration.
See? That was fun! Comparatively speaking. Now for the more mundane...
Yeah, I guess that was fun.
The whole laundry list of it. First item on the list is fixing a damaged radio tower.
Okay.
Nothing too complex there. Just deliver a crate of spare parts from the supply depot and you're done. Next is tidying up the driveways leading to the port. The final thing is a bit more involved. We'll need to get the steel pipes facility working at full capacity. They need some replacement electric motors for their equipment, which you can deliver easily enough. Oh, and then you'll need to guide our trucks with new equipment to the same facility. Sounds straightforward enough, don't it?
Yeah, sounds like it. Shouldn't be too difficult. Before we do any of that, we need to go ahead and bring this truck over here. So, let's go ahead and do that real quick. The roads look plenty good enough for this truck to get through here, so let's just go ahead and bring it over. I want to see something. Is there actually fuel in this that I can use? It doesn't look like it. Okay. So we bring this over. That'll give us a second outpost, second garage that we'll be able to work with on the other side of the map over there. So that'll give us a little bit of extra wiggle room to play with. So extra fuel resource points. We'll be able to move equipment in and out of there. We just need to bring this down to the harbor.
Nothing like an apocalyptic desert wasteland to get your imagination going, right? But don't get too carried away. You're there to get rid of the apocalyptic and wasteland parts, and maybe sign autographs for the grateful populace. But that's optional.
Okay, I'll sign autographs. That sounds like fun. Yeah, on the bright side, I didn't have to do any road construction to get this thing over here, which is really nice. So we're able to just kind of jump in it and drive. So we'll get this dropped off, we'll open up that new garage, and then we'll take a look at the task list and find something to do. There's plenty to do. We'll find something to do for sure. Alright, there we go. We have the harbor base. So we have repair the radio tower, which is a piece of cargo right over here. That needs to be delivered up over here at the radio tower. Not quite sure how to get up there. Guessing there's a path somewhere that we'll be able to use. All this is kind of off in the wasteland here, right? So that'll be interesting. I am tempted to try this, though. This looks like it might be kind of fun to try to get up here and do this ruins exploration. Like, it might be fun. Maybe I'll... You know what? I'm not really using it right now on this map. So we'll go ahead and... we'll jump in the links and take a stab at this. I think that'll be a good idea. If the links get stuck or something, I'm not totally worried about it here. It is just an extra scout at the moment. I am kind of using the other scout, and it seems to be adequate for what we're working on, so... we'll take a swing at it, see what we can come up with.
feel like something different? I have a request from a bunch of scientists. Sounds like they're on the lookout for things to dig up. They want you to check out a few areas where some relics of the past could be hidden. Nothing wrong with helping out science for a quick change of pace, I guess.
Not sure exactly what I'm doing up here, but we're looking for an object. Do I have to do anything? No, I just have to find it. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so I just have to find those. Well, that's kind of cool. I'm assuming they're all going to be up on the ledge here, so... We found one. Some kind of pillar here. That's kind of cool. Alright, let's move on to the next one. This isn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. But perhaps the worst is yet to come. Sorry if I'm getting quiet. I am just very concentrated on where we're going right now, because this looks super sketch up here. I think we stay up here. Yes, yes we do. Okay. Alright, we have made it to the second search area. Hey Philip, welcome to the stream. Glad to see you. I'm doing well. We're working on Sojourn right now. I'm doing this relic search side mission right now. So, kind of up in the mountains here with the links, looking for relics. Seeing what we can come up with. Well, how are you doing? Hope you're having a great day. It is Tuesday. We're back here with some Roadcraft. Yeah, this map is awesome. So, I've now done at least one stream on each of the 3 maps. And they're just incredible maps. Not quite sure what exactly I'm looking for here. Guessing it's probably down in the center there. Oh, there's a ruin right there. That's where the object's at, I bet. But yeah, Sojourn, I found it, it's a very kind of chill map. It hasn't been like... There's been a couple of like frustrating spots, but for the most part it's been a pretty chill experience. Especially compared to the other two. Deluge is just, I'm having a hard time with Deluge. It's a very challenging map. I'm appreciating the challenge. Is that what I'm looking for here? Some kind of statue here? Oh, I bet it's the relic here. That. Oh, did I find it? I found it. Okay. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so the next one is going to be up this way. Yeah, for sure. Good weather on this map. Absolutely. But yeah, Deluge, I've been struggling with Deluge. I kind of got sidetracked there when I was looking for my object, but Deluge was a bit of a struggle. I think I just need to kind of get settled in with it some more, and then I think it'll be fine. But of the three maps, Deluge was definitely the most frustrating. I mean, I spent, most of my streams are right around 3 hours each, so comparatively, I spent 3 hours on each map. Sojourn, I was able to get to 35% in those 3 hours. Sandswept, I got to 13%, and Deluge is it's at 2%. So I got like nothing done, but I got a lot done at the same time because I was just building bridges and roads and all that other stuff, but not really doing objectives. So I think that content flow is probably going to flip the switch a little bit, probably the next time I get into Deluge. I'm hoping it does anyway. We can actually kind of progress the map. We'll be doing that next week. But for now, Sojourn, Sandswept, fantastic maps. I'm having a great time. Sandswept is really cool. Gave it a break too. You're 64% on Deluge? Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to get Deluge done on hard mode anyway. It's going to be a struggle on hard mode for sure, but I'm going to persevere. We'll get through it. But probably what's going to happen is much like with Sunken and Incommunicado, I'm probably going to wind up finishing these two maps long before I finish Deluge. So I'm going to be just having Deluge only streams for a bit there. But that's then going to flow into just Kernel streams as well once we get to Kernel. So excited for the challenge. I actually haven't seen Kernel yet, like at all. So I am very much going to try to go into Kernel as blind as I can for that challenge, and we'll see how that goes. There's our third objective. We found all the relics. How about that? And I don't really have a lot of fuel left on the links. I don't know how to get either. Yeah, I've also been like deliberately avoiding anything about Kernel. Like, honestly, the only section of Kernel that I've actually got any sort of experience on was the section of it that was available in the Roadcraft demo before launch. There was that map, the demo maps. You had a small section of Incommunicado, a small section of Sandswept, and a small section of Kernel. And that was the Roadcraft demo. What a cool concept. I loved the Roadcraft demo so much. I have a feeling my links is going to be stuck up here. Oh wait, no, it looks like there's a way down here. Yeah, the demo was so cool. So that's all I know about Kernel, is just that one little section there where you kind of had to install some pipes and build a road. So that is all I know about Kernel, and I'm planning to keep it that way. We're going to go in there, have some fun with it. So we should be able to get the links up out of here, and then it is in a decent enough spot that I will be able to utilize this truck again in the future should I need it. So But we got a side quest done. So side quests being done is always a good thing. Let's just park it over here with the rest of the fleet that is kind of in hiatus at the moment. Okay, so we need to establish a route from the yacht club to the harbor base. Okay, that's actually easy enough to do. Yeah, these roads are actually in decent enough shape here that I can just get this route going. We'll get the route going first, and then we'll start taking a look at the cargo and the roads and all that we have to get done here. But yeah, the demo was a wild time. I played through that demo like 3 times because I just had so much fun with it. And I was just like, I was so eager to get my hands on Roadcraft that I just like, I could not wait. I'm like, I'm playing this demo. I'm playing all of this demo. And nobody can stop me from playing this demo. It was only available for like a week, and I played it like 3 times. It was great. It was so much fun. And I hope that they continue with the demo strategy for marketing moving forward, because I also feel like the demo you were able to get your hands on it, and they were able to get feedback to make it so that when Roadcraft actually launched, it was in a really good state. And I wish they did something like that for Expeditions. But unfortunately, they didn't. And that's kind of where we're at right now. So, but yeah, I'm hoping they do something like that with Road Kings. 'Cause Road Kings is supposed to be coming out next year. I'd love to get a demo of Road Kings before we actually get the game. That'd be kind of cool. Built the whole road throughout the island chain on the east side on this map. Took me hours, but it was fun. That sounds awesome. I'm only working on the central one right now, so. Alright, so we've got that opened up. The route is going. That is fine. We need to clear driveways at the port. That is going to be big crane action. That's going to be, well, we're going to have to use standing factory crane, and then we'll have to grab Big Billy, bring Big Billy out here to move these big pipes. So that's what we're going to have to do there. Let's see, restore steel pipe production. I'm going to do a route. Where's the route? The port and the steel pipes facility. Okay, so yeah, we're going to have to get this stuff cleared out before we can actually plot the route. What is this? Bunch of concrete scrap there? That's interesting. Interesting. There's nothing there, and not a good route up to the steel plant at the top. Yeah. It's kind of what I'm afraid of there. I don't have a... Do I have a concrete? I do have a concrete plant. That's right. We just opened up the concrete plant. That's what we were working on the first half of the map. So there's a bunch of concrete scrap here. A lot of salvage that we'll probably want to get moved in order to actually make something happen here. This is going to be a low priority objective. As far as the objectives here, the steel pipe production, low priority. Looks like you're headed up that way now. Yeah, sort of. Kind of at the concrete facility at the moment. But we're looking at this area here. So restore steel pipe production, that is going to be a super low priority. We can explore the sinkholes. That's over here. I'm not eagerly anticipating exploring sinkholes again, but we will. We'll go explore them. And while we're doing that, we'll be able to find a way to the radio tower. So that is going to be our objective plan. We're going to go explore the sinkholes. We're going to find the way to the radio tower. We're going to get the radio tower cargo loaded and then go from there. So let's go ahead and jump back in our scout. We'll go ahead and head on over to our newly opened up garage, get this thing fueled up, and we're going to go on an adventure to explore the sinkholes. There's our trucks arriving, so that's going to complete that one. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, if I hope it's not like the sinkhole at the concrete plant, because that turned into a nightmare. The sinkhole at the concrete plant, that was just an awful situation trying to get that figured out. Alright, let's follow this sandy road up through towards the sinkholes. Also got radio tower. There's the radio tower. We gotta get up, look for a way up to the radio tower while we're heading up this way. Well, I see. That is quite the sinkhole. Oh, dump sand down the bank and make a ramp? That makes sense. That's actually a good idea. Trying to check this out though. I don't really see a way down. I guess this is the way down? It's kind of steep. Or is it better over here? Can I... Oh, I can get that without actually going into the sinkhole. Perfect. That's even better because I didn't want to go down there. There we go. Just touch the edge. There we go. That works out way better because I'm sitting there like, how do I get down there? I'm like, I don't want to go down there. This one's even bigger. Is that all oil down there? I think that's all oil. Huh. I could really use my my expeditions drone right now, I'm being honest. Next one is buy the tower thing? Okay, perfect. We'll head over that way. Yeah, I gotcha. Tower thing explained it just perfectly. Okay. I think down here. Okay, these have been explored. Alright. You got stuck getting back up this? Oh boy. Oh, come on, I was almost there. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get back up this or not. Maybe I can. No, I need to stop. Oh, you had the track scout thing? The Carlene? Okay. Yeah, I need to stop because if I try to continue driving this thing, it's just going to fall off into the sludge and then we're in trouble. So it is officially stranded. Yeah. We're stranded. I don't quite know how I'm going to get this out of here. So we'll just kind of leave it there for now. Anyway, radio tower. How do we get up to the radio tower? It looks like we can go up from this side. Right up over here. Yeah, I got to play around with that a little bit. I haven't unlocked it for myself, but I did do... There is nothing to winch onto right now. Like, there is no winch points anywhere here. I can't winch onto the big tank. I can't winch onto these concrete slab hooks. There is just nothing to winch onto here. So this is kind of completely stuck here, unfortunately. But I think we're good for now. So let's go ahead. We're going to repair the radio tower. And I think I have a plan to get that. I do have a plan. It's going to take a little work, but I do have a plan. Hey, no worries. No matter what, I had to get down there to finish the objective. I thought I was going to get out, and unfortunately the truck tires slipped a little bit more than I thought they were going to, and I just landed in just like a really bad spot where I'm not on the slab behind me, I'm not on the slab ahead of me. This normally wouldn't be an issue, but because I'm in hard mode, I can't really recover. It's 10,000 to recover, so I will rescue this. We're going to rescue that later. For now, we're going to do the radio tower. We've got a piece of cargo to pick up at the construction depot. So we're going to go ahead and jump in the mule and go grab that and get the radio tower up and running. Alright, let's go ahead and get this loaded up. But before we set off, I need to step away and make a quick phone call. My phone buzzed there for a minute. I need to return that phone call real quick. So I'm going to step away for just a couple of minutes and I'll be back. The Carlin is really hard to flip over and the stuff on the roof helps roll it back if it does. Yeah, it looked like a really fun scout. I can't wait to actually unlock it and play around with it some more. The little bit I did get to drive it sounded really awesome. So I'm going to be back in just a couple of minutes. Make a quick phone call. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. So. Alright, everyone, sorry about that. I have returned. It is time to make our delivery.
It's a nice change of pace to see a place that's not falling apart here. I guess even sinkholes know better than to open under supply depots. Or they like taller structures. Like that new.
Oh, you're doing the same mission?
Got
Nice.
swallowed by one. That's why they had to reactivate the old one, which we need to fix. But sometimes there's no fixing the old things. And it's better just to let it go. Let's hope that's not the case this time.
Okay, thank you, Kelly. Words of wisdom, as always. Alright, let's head on up to the radio tower. Let's get this equipment dropped off, and then we're going to work on clearing out the steel beams facility, see if we can get that up and running. It's going to take a bit of work to get that good. We're going to have to move a lot of parts, move a lot of pieces, get some stuff moved around. But it'll be fun. It'll be a fun challenge, fun puzzle. Get everything packed away, organized. Get the paths cleared out so we can send the route. Where is the path I'm looking for here? Okay, it's up over here. We're going to follow the railroad tracks. Kind of up through the mountains here. Road right through what? The port? I don't see a road request, unless that's in a different section of the map. The steel beam plant. Okay. Okay, I haven't gotten to the beam plant yet. I'm still working on the pipes facility. Okay. Have I been saying steel beams facility this whole time? It's actually a pipes facility, not a beams facility, but I guess it's kind of the same thing for the most part. So let's head right on up here. We'll get the radio tower up and running. Looks like our routes are doing good work. Try not to flip here. Get around all these rocks. There we go. The radio tower has been repaired. Got some construction going. Okay, so that is done. Let's go ahead and we're going to clear the driveways at the port and try to get pipe production going. So, let's see. So, the first thing we need to do... We are going to have to clear all this out of the way. This stuff is going to have to be moved in order to go through here. That's just going to make everything so much nicer. But I also kind of don't want all that concrete to go to waste, so I might actually come over here and load up a load of concrete and get that delivered. That might actually be a good idea. For now, though, we can start with this. Get all these crates moved out of the way. This is what I need. The camera angle I had the left and right on the trolley was all mixed up. I'm like trying to go left and I'm going right. Zigging when I need to zag. Just kind of getting all these cargo containers moved out of the way here. Oh yeah, the claw cranes. I don't mind them. I definitely prefer these tall gantry cranes though. Like these things are super fun to use. This over here. Save some of the crane stuff, it's fun. Yeah, I really enjoy when it's a big big crane project, those are so fun. Yeah, like this is just like, it's super relaxing, right? Just, I will just move the cargo containers out of the way. It's not like super challenging. You just kind of just settle in and just chill out, move the containers, move the boxes out of the way. Alright, so that is all taken care of. We now have a route up through here. We do need to clear this out as well. Oh yeah, the big crane is fantastic for just getting where you need it to go. You have 5 of them? Nice. I feel like that's both too many, but not enough at the same time. Alright, we're going to bring the mule over here and start chipping away at some of the smaller stuff. And once we get as much of that moved as we can, we'll go grab the larger crane and kind of go from there. Save out the most critical equipment and keep it at key locations. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Fortunately, I only have one of each piece of equipment, except a couple of things that I've bought some upgrades for. Oh, you have money and fuel turned off? Okay, that's not a bad idea. I'm a crazy person. I like the challenge. Cheating. That's not cheating. It's just however you want to play, you know? That's the beauty of it, is you can customize the game to make it as easy or as challenging as you'd like. Give me this small block. I want the little block. Oh, there was... Yes, there we go. Okay. I hate when I miss it and I gotta cycle all the way through all this stuff again. I know we're kind of making some progress here. There's too much stuff to cycle through. That's what I wanted right here. Free concert? Alright. Free concerts are always a good time. Oh, concrete, yeah. Concrete, not a concert. That actually makes a little bit more sense, yeah. Oh, believe me, I am going to salvage as much of this concrete as I can. It is going to come in handy for sure. I think I may have too much loaded on here. I think I might have a little too much. But let's go ahead and get this over there. Oh yeah, lots of slabs. We gotta... It's going to be an interesting journey getting this over there, but yeah, we got a lot of stuff loaded up here. Actually was able to fit more on this truck than I thought I would be able to. It just kind of stacked pretty nice, so... I'm going to go ahead and top off fuel, and then we'll head on over there and get this concrete scrapped. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I'll probably be using this to build some bridges once we get all this concrete stored. It's going to be a nice haul for some concrete. Let's get out of the way of the truck here. Yeah, I love bridge building too. I like using wooden bridges. That is the one thing I really like about Deluge, is the overabundance of trees, so you can just make wood bridges all over the place. I love the logging equipment. I love making wood bridges. Not too many trees on this map, so not a lot of log opportunities here, but there's some trees. We need to get some logs for something, but for the most part, it looks like concrete and probably metal going to be our big go-tos for the bridge building, at least the concrete primarily. Going to have a lot of concrete to work with. We even have... There's a bunch of slabs still. These over here. There's this big pile of slabs right here that we can use as well. So there's a lot of slabs available on this map. Yeah, I noticed that with Sandswept. There's a few pockets of trees, but nothing like substantial to really say, hey, I want to get the logging equipment out. So I was doing a lot of concrete bridges in Sandswept yesterday as well, so. Trying to just take this nice and easy. We got a big heavy load of concrete here. We're going to get this delivered. And then we're going to come back and get some more. So might as well put the concrete to use. And there's some metal stuff there. I think we'll just kind of move the metal stuff out of the way. Oh yeah, it's a true workhorse though. This thing is getting the work done. But yeah, this is It was a bit much, bit too big of a load, but it is working. I don't have the Wayfarer yet, or I would absolutely be loading all this concrete scrap onto that thing. Yo, Gaming with RXY, welcome in. Welcome back to the stream. We're working on Sojourn today. Currently scrapping some concrete so we can get the steel pipes facility opened up. Just taking it nice and easy over the bump there. We got a lot of concrete to move here. Plus, there's all that concrete down in the pit there, too, so we're going to have plenty of concrete to work with on this map. Concrete is not going to be an issue at all. We're going to have so much concrete. Sorry. And here we go. What do you guys think? How many slabs do you think I have in this load of concrete right now? What do you guys think? Throw a number in the chat. What do you think? How many slabs do you think we're going to get out of this load of concrete? I'm thinking 4. What do you guys think? I think we got 4 slabs worth of concrete here. 5? We got 5? Philip, what do you think? How many slabs we got here? 3? We got 3, 5, and I got 4. Alright, let's see. Let's unpack it. 5! Gaming with RXY. Congratulations, you win the concrete game. There's no prize, but you win. Congratulations. With the correct guess of 5. Good job. You're a concrete pro. Alright, let's go get some more concrete. Actually, you know what I could do? Instead of leaving this concrete here, I could load these slabs up and just bring them to the base here so that they're like accessible wherever instead of having to come up all the way to the... Let me do that actually. So that way, when I need the concrete, I don't have to go all the way up here. We can put them in base storage. Well, you were right on the money there with 5, so... You must know your concrete. Sorry, excuse me, coming through. Yeah, I think this will save time later if I go ahead and just take this over to the base since we're heading down that way anyway. I think it'd be better to just have the concrete in storage. Yeah, that's quite all right. It's quite all right. Appreciate you stopping by. Oh no. Are they complaining about me? Is that what they're complaining about? I'm curious. What are they complaining about? Oh. Hey, sometimes the lucky Gus is all it takes, you know? It was a good guess. Alright, let's go ahead and get these back to the base. We'll get them in storage, and then we'll go grab some more concrete. Figure it'll probably be better to have the slabs in storage versus having them at the concrete factory. I do still have a lot of... Oh, is it really? That's so funny. I like that they just complain. That's so funny. Get out of my way, moron. That's great. Kind of a long journey, but it's not too bad. I guess the question is, do I load up another concrete delivery, or do I just move it out of the way for now? I could do either, honestly. But I think having 5 slabs is a good start for sure. We'll be able to build some crazy bridges with this. Alright. Concrete being delivered. Oh, 100%. Yeah, those routes are some of the worst. Actually, I think what's even worse than those is that that little SUV without the all-wheel drive that they sent sometimes. That thing gets stuck in more stuff than the tractor trailers. Like that one that they send up to the top of the castle in Sunken. That little Jeep thing that just doesn't go anywhere. Alright, for starters, I'm going to grab this metal stuff. And try to get the metal stuff kind of out of the way a little bit. Let me grab that. I don't know. I think that's a fridge. Oh, there it was. Dang it. Give me the fridge, please. There's too much stuff here to, like, specifically grab what I want. There we go. We got the fridge. There we go. The fridge is out of the way. I want to grab these big things. There we go. We'll grab this one. Yeah, I do the same. I really like just taking a look at the route and kind of sending it on its way and being like, okay, they got stuck here. We can do something about that. And then we'll go and see where they get stuck and just try to make it as nice as possible. Oh, there it was. Dang it. There we go. I need this one beam that's like right kind of in the way here. Always do that. I'm always hitting the button too many times. It's so hard. I wish I could just be like, this item, I need it. I hate having to cycle the cargo around, but it works. Alright, so we can actually get through here now. I'm going to go ahead and just drop these off right next to the concrete here. Yeah, we'll get these moved out of the way here. Alright, we actually have a clear path now. We'll be able to send the route. Actually, I can probably send the route now. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get the route going. Thank you, thank you. And we got 5 slabs out of it with plenty of concrete just sitting here as well. So we've got some concrete options that we'll be able to use. I think those should be okay. I think they're just boxes. What do I need to move here? What are these? And where are those? Those are over here. I can't tell what those are. Let's just go get them. Let's just head over there and go get those. Then we'll have pipes up and running. Let's go ahead and refuel, and then we'll head over there and go get whatever those cargo is that we need. Get a license? What language are they speaking? What language is that? Vehicle failed the route between steel pipes facility and the port. Oh, it's check? Okay. That's actually kind of cool. Alright, something failed on the route. I bet it was that debris. There was some debris that I didn't mess with at the end of where I cleared out those cargo containers. I bet you that's where they kind of got stuck at. I'll have to take a gander at that. Let me actually track this real quick. I thought those were just boxes the trucks were going over, but apparently they weren't, so we'll go take a look at what those actually are.
I'm not sure that us borrowing these motors was arranged with the owners beforehand. Still, we're only doing this to save the entire region, and they'll be properly compensated down the line. I'm almost sure. So it's a win-win for everyone involved. Plus, they're not using these at the moment anyway.
I like how Kelly just has us constantly stealing for the good of the company. No one's gonna miss that, and we need it, so... It's fine. Just take these. We need them. Nobody's using them. It's all fine. It's okay. I actually really enjoyed Kelly. I think it adds a lot of personality to what you're doing. And I think she was a great addition to the game. Kind of guiding you through the game, kind of telling you that what's exactly going on. I like the little bit of context, like from a story perspective, behind what exactly we're working on, right? It just adds a little bit more immersion to me. It's like, okay, here's what we're doing, here's why we're doing it. It just adds that little bit of extra personality to the game. I really like it. Excuse me, coming through. Alright, I'll go. Did I notice her attitude was different in Sandswept? Not totally. It didn't, like... I'll have to pay attention to it. I mean, I only did a little bit of it, but... No, it didn't, like, jump out at me that her attitude was different. Really? I never picked up on that. I'll have to go back and check that out, see if I can pick up some of that next time I get to Sandswept. That's actually kind of interesting. Alright, those have been dropped off. I need to go take a look at this route again. So we're going to head over there and take a look at the route. See what we're getting stuck on. Let me take a look at this real quick. Where do they get stuck? I bet you, yep, it's that spot right here that I thought they were going to get stuck on. So let's head down there and see what we got to do to clear that out a little bit. I think we probably just got some stuff we got to move to get the trucks through there, so. Huh, that's really interesting. Yeah, I mean, every map is a job, right? So. That's why they couldn't go this way. Okay, yeah, they can't go that way. I don't know why I tried to make him go this way. Why did I bother clearing this out? This isn't like... What? Huh. Okay. So this area was just like a complete nothing. There's nothing here that they can do. I guess maybe if I stacked the crates differently. Like maybe if I stacked the crates differently and went this way instead, I could bypass... I can bypass some of this. Yeah, for sure. I remember her comment about wanting to look at the river, though, instead of just looking at it on satellite. here's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, I think she's great. Because, like, when you're playing, like, SnowRunner, right? Like, there's, like, some text, some, like, little descriptions on, like, the jobs. But for the most part, you're just kind of quietly driving around, right? But I really like the addition of Kelly. Like, I think she's great. It just adds that little extra bit of personality to, like, behind the scenes of, like, we're not just doing a thing to do a thing. We're doing a thing because there's reasons to do the thing that we're doing, if that makes sense. So here's kind of what I'm thinking. Let's get rid of those. Let's... Sounds like she's from Nova Scotia. Yeah, I was thinking that, or Kelly gives me very big, like, Midwest vibes, like Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan. I get Midwest vibes from Kelly. Gonna stream tomorrow? Sounds like a plan. Good luck. Let's see if this works. Yeah, Minnesota for sure. Can they make this corner? They can't. Okay, just barely. I'm gonna have to move the gantry crane a little bit because they're kind of getting caught on the crane. Oh, that's an interesting view. I've never actually used the. I did not know you could use the cockpit camera in the crane. What? This is actually, it's so quiet up here. What? This is cool. You drop the hook down. Oh, I can see the hook below me. What? What? That's so cool. I did not know you could use cockpit view on the gantry crane. That's actually so cool. Alright. So, all we have to do now is actually clear out this final driveway. But I'm going to need some big equipment to actually do that. Let's go ahead and get the mule out of the way here. Not that it was really in the way. Yeah, I don't really use Twitch a whole lot, honestly. But best of luck to you, for sure. Alright. Alright, we need big equipment. So, we're gonna go grab Big Billy. Where did I leave Big Billy at? Up here, there we go. This guy couldn't plot his way out of a paper bag? What? That's so rude. How dare they? Yeah, I hear you. I hear you about that one. Yeah, I don't know. I've tried Twitch. I haven't really enjoyed Twitch that much in terms of streaming or watching content. I tend to watch a lot of YouTube, right? Like, I just watch videos. Truckers, eh? Yeah, pretty much. Look at us go. Yeah, no worries. I mean, we all we stream, we make videos, we do what we have with the resources we have available to us. So, um, I feel like any type of content creation is content creation, no matter what platform you use, how you do it. It's all about self-expression and community engagement. So. Kind of a long drive over here. Oh yeah, and having fun. Yep, that is the number one goal, for sure. And I'm having a blast right now. We're streaming some Roadcraft, having a good time. We're checking all the boxes right now. Yeah, you were telling me about that yesterday with the Lightstream and Streamlabs. Alright, let's go ahead and refuel. Oh, absolutely. I know I've kind of boxed myself in with the with all the expedition stuff for sure, but it's also something I really enjoy doing. I have been it has been a bit of a struggle lately because I'm in like, man, I want to get videos out, but I just have not had the time to get the videos out as quick as I used to be able to. But I'm also, at the same time, I feel like the expeditions videos that I put out are much higher quality than they've ever been before. So it's kind of like and it's like a win and a loss, right? You know, I do make a lot of expeditions videos. I've made a lot of expeditions videos. You know, I'm here doing the Roadcraft streams, having fun with that. But at the same time, I'm just like, man, I want to get these expeditions videos out more, but I just really haven't had the time to really do that. But at the same time, like, even though I'm not pushing out, like, expeditions videos every day, which I do want to get back to when Season 4 comes out, I know that I'm putting much higher quality videos out when it comes to the expeditions side of things. And with that, it takes more to get the videos, like, together, because I'm putting so much more work into the videos. Like, the ones I was doing at the beginning, like, I was just sitting down, recording, and just going, right? I haven't, like, I've been spending way more time in route planning, getting information together before I actually sit there and record, and those sorts of things. And yeah, real life does happen for sure. And I've been in a bit of a, not necessarily like a creative slump, but I've just been so busy from the summer and then into the fall here. But things are starting to calm down a little bit for me on the real life side of things, which is just great because we got Season 4 coming out soon. So I should be able to start getting more expedition stuff out again soon. That's what I'm hoping anyway. So I'll have more updates on that when we get there. So
definitely not in any way related to any recycling bonuses whatsoever.
But yeah, it's kind of like it's a catch-22, right? Like, trying to make the videos better means they take more time to put together. Videos taking more time to put together means you can't put them out as fast. And that's, you know, kind of the cycle, right? But yeah, it comes and goes, but... You know, I also don't have the luxury that a lot of, like, larger creators do, where they can, you know, do content creation full-time. So I only have so much time in the week to actually work on videos and streams and stuff like that, and I try my best to prioritize that, but, you know, at the same time, I also have to, you know, spend time on the week on myself as well. You know, it's a tough balance. But at the end of the day, it really has come down to the fact that I'm making more not more, but higher quality videos, and they simply take more time to put together. And on top of that, like, the Season 3 routes themselves, they're long. Like, a lot of the missions, contracts, expeditions in Season 3, they are very long. Like, you look at I uploaded one on Sunday, right? It was a 24-minute video, right? That is 30, like, that took me like 40 minutes of footage to record, and then edit down, trim out, do all that. Okay, these pipes are not wanting to stack the way I want them to. But that's just, like, the amount of time that, like, goes into one of those videos, right? So you're looking at 40 minutes to record, and then it takes probably twice that time in just, you know, because I got to do a test run. So I actually run the expedition, the contract, whatever. I test it, I analyze the route, and then there's another 20 or 30 minutes in just planning and making sure everything lines up right. And then on top of that, you have the whole editing process. So, you know, these longer videos, they take longer to put together. And on top of that, just put more stuff into it just makes them better videos, and it just makes it more worth it. But, you know, the big downside to that is, like I said, I don't get videos out as often as I used to or I'd like to. But I feel like the trade-off is better videos, higher quality videos. And that's kind of what I'm dealing with right now on the expedition side of things. Because I'm kind of just playing catch-up because I got super busy this summer and just did not have time to actually work on the videos. But I'm starting to get more time now to actually work on videos, which has been really nice. But, you know, that time is still limited, and it still takes time to put videos together. So we're getting there. We're getting there for sure. But I'm very happy. I'm absolutely ecstatic with the state of my expeditions videos. I think they're in a great spot right now. I think the videos coming out are the best they've ever been, and I enjoy making them still, right? That's what it comes down to. I enjoy making them. They're fun. Everybody wins. We got to replace pipes. Where are these pipes got to go? Over here. And over there. Okay, so those are reached on the other side. That's fine. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, recording videos is tough. Yeah, I think a lot of people just, they'll like stream and then make videos from streams. I kind of like do it differently. Like I sit down and actually like make my videos, but it's because I want to make my videos that way. Grab this one from the top. Let's go get some pipes. But, you know, at the same time, depending on the type of video you're making, like, you can absolutely make a video with 4 or 5 minutes of footage, or multiple takes of 4 or 5 minutes of footage, and then stitch it together in an editor as well. But at the same time, like, that also requires a computer to really do that, so I know you don't have a computer, so that does make that a little more challenging, but you know, if you get your stream up and running, which it sounds like you're gonna, you can make clips and that sort of thing, and make content that way as well. So there's always options, right? Always options. Oh, absolutely. Well, and that too is like why I was saying, like, yeah, I'm bummed out I'm not getting the expeditions videos out as quick as I used to. But because I'm putting more into those videos, they're much higher quality. Every time I sit there and the video is finished, I look it over and I'm like, that is a good video. I'm very happy with that. Because it would be so easy. It would be ridiculously easy to just throw videos out there and not care, and then, you know, hey, some people watch, some people don't, whatever. But I know that, like, you know, I'm making guide videos, right? And I've evolved my process based on, you know, the folks that are watching, the folks that are leaving comments, the folks that are giving feedback. I have evolved my process and how I make those videos based on that feedback, and they have just continuously gotten better, but also ballooned in the amount of time it takes to actually get a video together. But I'm making just really good videos, and I'm super happy with that, so. Yeah, I mean, I think that whether you have to edit or not, I think that entirely depends on the video you're making and your personal vision for the video. Because, like, if you look at, like, some of the first expeditions videos that I uploaded, there was no editing in those. No, none whatsoever. I would just record the video and get it out there. And then, you know, from there, I'm starting to do more with the editing side of things, and we're just kind of adding a little bit more intricacies to the videos. Now, I'm not one of those people that I need to, like, overly edit my videos to make it, like, pop and attention grab. But I do, like, small edits, cuts, trimming the fat, if you will. I've added some, like, extra effects and overlays for mentioning specialists in my videos and things like that. So I don't go crazy on the editing, but I do some editing just to make sure I want the video to look good, you know? But, I mean, what you edit, how you edit, that's entirely your personal preference and your artistic feel. You know, if you're trying to just put a video out there, it's like, hey, I just want to show something, or show this, or show that, like, you know, stuff like that, maybe you don't necessarily need to edit. You know, there's no right or wrong, you know, like, whoever told you that is spot on. Like, it entirely depends on the type of video you're making. It depends on your personal vision for the video. You know, if you envision a big flashy video with jump cuts and on-screen explosions and those sorts of things, well, you know, in order to do that, you're going to have to edit unless you're really good with pyrotechnics. But if you're not, and that's not the vision for your video, then that's okay as well. You know, you can just record some footage and look it over. You know, there's a lot of videos on my channel that are just not edited. There's a lot of videos on my channel that are just, hey, this is a thing I'm doing, take a look at it, check it out. This is cool, right? I don't think I can go through here. I don't think these doors open this way, do they? No, they don't. Oh, that means I need the, Oh, I can't get through here. Is there another way through here? There's not. That might be a little bit of a problem. So, I'm gonna need a scout so I can open this door up. Actually, you know what I can do for in the meantime? I can use the pike. I'm not using it for anything right now, so... Oh, there you go. Well, like I said, it's all about personal preference and your own artistic vision. Ah, there you go. Yeah, whatever works for you, you know? Alright, now I can get through here with the mule. We can get these pipes installed. And let me actually go ahead and track the objective. Alright, let's get in here and take a look at these pipes. What are we looking at for pipes? I know they're over here. We just looked at them. There should be one over here. Yep, it's right over here. Perfect. And we don't have an old pipe to move out of the way either, so we can just drop this in place and go. Alright, let's go around to the other side. We got one more pipe to install over here. Alright, now we have to do a route. What do we got for the route? Yeah, you can just kind of toss it in there and it's good to go. That's actually great. I love that. Where are we going with this? It's got to go over here. Okay. These trucks are going to intersect with each other, but I think that's going to be fine. I don't anticipate a lot of issues with that. Do have this pike in the way, though. I'm going to have to thread the needle here. I think they're probably going to get caught on these doors. I'm going to have to swing these doors open a little more. Let's work on these doors. There we go. We should be all set there. Oh, well, they're stuck on the... Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely like, once you start getting into the flow of it, like, I've done videos where I'm like, let me add this little thing, or add this little thing, and then once you kind of, like, get that vision together, you start learning your editing tools, the vision starts coming together. It is really fun to get an edit all figured out. Look at that. The gang is here to save the day, though the work is far from over. Look at that. New dozer.
for you once help arrived. After all, someone has to help the helpers. Otherwise, how are they going to help anyone? But this has gotten way out of hand. My entire desk is covered with printouts. It'll take me a while to sift through it all. But I found some requests you can take care of in the meantime. I guess I'll just send them over to you in a batch. You're a self-starter, right?
Alright, what do we got here? Utility truck to the excavation site? That's up here. I can do that. That might be interesting to get to. Is that how you get the other one? Looks like it. I believe we now have, yeah, the dozer. Yep, we got the Pioneer. We got the big dozer now. Yep, we've got big dozer. We finally unlocked that, so that's cool. Alright, so we need to bring this truck. We got the mule. Let's go do this one first. Let's take this over to the excavation site. Yeah, I'm not gonna sell the one I have, because with me playing on hard mode, the vehicles cost 4 times as much and sell for half as much as what the standard price of the vehicle is. So I will not be selling the other dozer I have, but that one will be an option if we need a secondary dozer for some other projects. So it's definitely going to be handy to have. I'll find a use for it, but yeah, selling the other dozer to upgrade that one, not an option at all. So it's a good idea though, very good idea. But hard mode, not an option. So. Here's the tricky part, right? I did all that exploration up on top of the cliffs at the start of the stream, and we're using the links. We're using the links to get up there. Now I got to get up there with a mule. So this will be an interesting adventure. Getting up on top of those cliffs. But it should be okay. I shouldn't struggle with it too much. I do have the all-wheel drive and the diff lock. Should be able to get up there without any major problems, but we'll see. Really? Well, that's a bummer. Because I had used this path here to get down, so I'm hoping I can use this path to get back up as well. I gotta get off this rock. I think if I just use low gear, I should be able to just get right up here. Nope, I can't get up here this way. Huh. Yeah, seems like it doesn't work, yeah. Logging me out, now I can't use the app anymore? Huh, that's weird. Yeah, that's very strange. Is there a different way up here? Other than going all the way back here? No, there's not. So if I can't get up this... Alright, we're gonna have to take the long way then. I don't see any other way to get up there. Unless there's a way up over here. But that looks way too narrow to actually drive on. I'm not gonna be able to get around that. Not with all these rocks and stuff. I don't even know if I can get up that way. How am I supposed to... What is the way up here? Unless I just build a bridge. I can build a bridge. It's 6 concrete slabs for a bridge. And that would give me a better angle to actually get up here. That might actually be the play. Now I regret having moved all my slabs. Looks like there's 3 here. I now regret moving all those slabs that I moved earlier. Because I could now use them up here for this bridge. I didn't think there would be anything else up here. Okay. Huh. Well, that is just very interesting, isn't it? But that's what I'm going to have to do. Alright, I guess we're moving the slabs back over there. Ugh. I didn't want to do that. Like, I didn't want to have to move the slabs back. I thought I was being clever, moving the slabs back. What is this one? Let's move truck to the sinkhole. That's down there. Okay. Alright, that I can probably do. Let's try the other truck to the sinkhole. Can I get in the truck? Why can't... Okay, let me in the truck. I want to jump in the truck. Alright, I'll jump in the dozer. Then we'll jump in the truck. Okay. Alright, let's take this over to the sinkhole.
Folk like cleaning up their own mess, like these oil spills, and even fewer like cleaning up someone else's mess. So you have the right to grumble. But there's something to keep in mind. You're not cleaning up after someone. You're helping Mother Nature. I keep telling this to myself every night, and sometimes I even fall asleep. The magic of self-suggestion.
Good job, Kelly. Yeah, so we got a little bit of a dilemma to work through here, but it shouldn't be too bad. It's just going to be moving some concrete. But I think once I get that concrete moved over, we'll get that bridge built, then we'll actually be able to get that truck up there where it needs to go. Fortunately, this terrain isn't that bad. I can actually just bring this truck over here. And we'll try not to knock my scout into the mud. I think that'll be a great idea. If we can just sneak by here without knocking the scout in the mud. There we go. There we go. And it's draining now. With it draining, I might winch the scout. Oh, I could have done that. That might have been a good idea, actually. I was zooming. I was like, oh yeah, we can get out of here now. Actually, I should be able to actually get this out of here now. Nope, now it's upside down. Okay, it's even worse off than it was before. Okay. Well, you know. You can't win all the time. Love the animations, yeah. Alright, it is going to just take a nap there. That's what's going to happen. Let's see, bring the pump to the oil spills. That's over here. Yeah, that's always like a really cool thing. I love seeing the water drain, especially like it's sunken, and then we see the oil drain here. Like, this is super cool. I really enjoy that. I like that this is all drained and everything's just kind of coated in oil. It's got that like filmy, translucent rainbow color. It looks really good. We got one more pit of oil to drain here. Looks like I'm going to need to use the big crane to deliver a piece of cargo. So let's go ahead and do that. Where's my big crane? I'm actually driving the big crane over there. I should be able to use this to fish the scout out. We should be back in business. Oh, absolutely. They did such a good job at this game. Yes, I do. With hard mode, it is 10,000 to recover a truck to a garage. So it's kind of like if there are no other options, we can do that. And recovering to the recovery vehicles in hard mode is impossible. There is no recovering to another vehicle to move my vehicles around. I have to actually move them places. So, ideally, I would like to not have to recover a vehicle. I haven't had to yet, so we're going to try to stick with that. Oh, nice! I love winter. Yeah, I don't get snow here, but it did get quite cool last night. Was able to open the windows up. It was very nice. So I enjoyed the moderately chilly day today. It was actually really nice today, and it's going to be quite cool this evening as well. Yeah, I imagine the snow is probably not going to stick around too much yet. We're still kind of in that cool off, heat up cycle right now. But I'm not going to get snow down here anyway, so it is what it is. I do enjoy these colder days, though. This has been a really nice day today. I really enjoyed it. Alright, let's get this pump over here.
It always gets me when someone builds critical infrastructure and only has one power cable for it. It's like,
you can't do that. I'm doing it anyway.
Backup power cable that will cost us a few $100, can we? And then they eat millions Classic.
Classic. I mean, to be fair, I'm already stealing equipment to finish the job, so who's going to yell at me for hauling cargo on top of my truck? Nobody. Nobody's going to yell at me for that. I'll do what I want. Cargo's got to go. If it fits, it ships. And it's fitting, so it's shipping. Three demerits on your license? No way. Not a chance. This is a flawless delivery. Nothing wrong with it at all. Look at that. Now we are draining the second ooze pit. Thinking about making an IRL account also, but not able to get it started yet. Yeah, those are tough, right? IRL streams are super tough.
Gosh, just take this sight in. Now that's inspiring. Of course, the damage will take time to heal, but it's not going to get any worse now. And all the local critters have you to thank for saving them. Thanks from me, too. I'm not a critter, but...
Kelly's not a critter, that's true. I'm all about saving the critters, though. The other 3-beam crane? Oh, okay. I don't think I've used that one yet. I used this one, and I've used the smaller crane. I really like this one, though. This one's great. Let's go fishing. How's that sound? We want to do a little fishing? I don't know if I'll actually be able to reach it from here, but I'm going to try. Oh, okay. No, I am just out of reach of the scout. Not what I wanted. Use the bone to push you out. Yeah. It's not a bad idea. Well, I'm stuck here anyway, so let's get the scout. Let's get the scout first. Am I still out of range of it? Oh no. Yeah, if I had the longer boom for sure. Oh, for sure. Yeah, no worries, no worries. I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm also just trying to get this done, so I'm kind of just like super focused right now. So I'm like, I gotta get these out of this pit. Sand might, but I think I got this here. There we go. Give him more welly? And everything worked out great. Yeah, that was a tough spot. Welly boots. Oh, welly boots are farmers. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that was a tough spot. That was crazy difficult. Oh, I just realized everything we've been doing right now are side objectives. We still have main objectives to do. Plan a route to the Oasis gas holder. Okay. That shouldn't be too bad. Restart the canyon gas holder. We gotta run some cabling. Prepare resources for upcoming repairs. Store resources, 11 pipes and 9 slabs. So I need 4 additional slabs in storage on top of the 6 that I need for my bridge in order to get up here. And even then, I think this bridge is in a bad spot, actually, now that I look at it. I think this bridge actually needs to go, like, right up here. Still 6 slabs, but that'll at least get it up to the top. And then we'll be good to go from there. So I need 6 slabs for the bridge. And then I still need 4 more in storage. And then we also need 11 pipes. 11 pipes. That is a lot of pipes to move. Thankfully, they don't have to move very far. But that's still, I can only really move 3 at a time with the mule. And then we're going to have to scrap a bunch of this metal as well. So we'll have to find a way in here to scrap the metal. It looks like there's a door. There's not a door. Oh, there's a door right here. Okay. So we'll have to get in here, get metal loaded up. There's some metal like right here. I've also got all this concrete. And we got all these spare pipes over here. This is good metal as well. Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Well, let's go ahead and set this route. Pretty sure I can do this route. Oh, it's one of these. Okay. This might be a little more problematic than I think it would be. But I mean, I was able to get that that other truck through there without any issues. So maybe this one will just go through without any issues. One can hope, right? I have a feeling this thing's going to get stuck somewhere, but I'm just going to send it. We'll see what happens. Haven't done this route yet. Well, I am just going to go ahead and we're not doing any maintenance on the road. We are just going to send the truck and see what happens. Yeah, I might have to, for sure. Where's this one going? Oasis gas holder. Okay. It does. It looks like it's going to be a tough route. I'm going to have to move my trucks out of the way. Especially because the it looks like the vehicle that we're going to be using for this route is a Wayfarer. Which might be troublesome. Yeah, I am fully expecting it to not get there, but I want to see where it fails, so that'll give us a target point of what we actually need to work on. It is the semi. It is a semi that's on its way. Let me take a look at my completed requests. Cancel the routes that are already done just to kind of clear up the flow of traffic. Alright, every other route is running because it's got to run still. I've canceled all the routes that are done. Yeah, I think you're right. Let's see what happens though. Well, I mean, to be fair, I do have harder routes on, so they are going to dig into the sand a little bit more. Yep, right here, they're stuck. Yeah, this spot's going to need some work. Yeah, we're going to have to do some work here. So, good news is there's a sand quarry right here. We can go activate that. We do have a sand quarry here. Honestly, I think we'll probably just pave all of this because I do have to send a route to the canyon gas as well. So that's going to be going along the same path. Yep, one bit of sand, exactly. So, yeah, I wasn't expecting them to make it. Yeah, we're going to have to roadcraft that puppy for sure. And then we got to gather resources, but it is getting late. It is after 9 o'clock. I don't really have time to dig into a full road project at the moment. So I think we're going to have to save that for next time, but Philip, Gaming with RXY, thank you guys for hanging out tonight. I really appreciate it. I think I'm gonna wrap this up here this evening. We're closing in on that 3-hour mark anyway, so I appreciate you guys hanging out. I had a lot of fun chatting with you guys and problem solving here in Sojourn. We're gonna be live again on Monday, and we're gonna be back in Deluge on Monday. That'll be a 4:30 Eastern stream on Monday. Jumping back into Deluge. And then, yeah. So, thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We made some great progress on Sojourn today. We got this whole, like, southern section of the map done with the port and all that. And now we're kind of working our way to the north here. We do have a little bridge to build for a side quest. We got some other stuff to work on, some resource materials. We got a road project now. We're going to have to build a road up through this area. So that's going to be a big, fun project when we get back to Sojourn. So hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. I appreciate you guys tuning in. And everybody else that was lurking, hanging out today, I really appreciate you guys. We're closing in on 500 subscribers here on the channel, which is absolutely insane. And I can't thank you guys enough for the support. And hope you guys have a good rest of your evening. And until next time, guys, I will see you in the wilds. Bye-bye. See you guys later.